Welcome to this quick little tutorial for our Learn, Grow, Lead Blackboard course. As it says on the bottom, when in doubt, click Help. Thanks again for taking this opportunity to improve your personal and professional development. I'm Bruce Rommel, the sensei of the class, and I'll be your guide for this short tutorial. Our agenda for today is pretty short and sweet. We're going to talk about how to register from your email that you received about getting into the class. We're going to talk about how to navigate inside the site. We're going to talk about the left menu choices and the session items that will be the main things that you are going to become familiar with to properly turn in your assignments and enhance your learning. And of course, we're going to talk about how to submit assignments and how to do discussion posts. The email you got should have this click and confirm to register on the email, and it's pretty simple. You click it, and when you click it, it'll open your browser and it will send you to the course site's registration form. Now, this is the form that you get to sign up as a new student. As you can see, there are things you have to enter here: first name, last name, email address, what country you're from, and that can be US, Canada, Ireland. The institution should be filled in for you. It should say 21st Century Leaders, no spaces. And then you put your username in and a password, and you see that red line there. We try to have strong passwords, so that means you could have uppercase, lowercase letters to help you out. And the stronger your password, the closer that red line gets to being green. And you repeat that, and then there's a button there that says accept the terms of use, and of course you will click that button, and then simply type in whatever the following words are. In this case, up space vote this, and then click save and continue, and that will take you into the course. Save and continue. There's always a final step that you must take care of here. When you click on that button, that will take you to our Learn, Grow, Lead course. And as you can see here on this login landing page, you have this little block on the right hand side where you've got two things: your student orientation, your path to success. That's how to, it's a quick tutorial that Blackboard has set up on how to use the system, and of course Learn, Grow, Lead, which is the title of our course. So when you click on Learn, Grow, Lead, you will be sent to the course site's landing page, which is where all the really good stuff is going to happen. And here it is, the class landing page. It's essentially composed of three components. The first is the left menu block, which has a lot of good stuff about where you're going to be able to go and navigate through the course. The second component is going to be the sessions component. And the sessions component is going to be this big block here where you can scroll up or down and see what we're doing for the current session. Now, each session is going to be 1 week long, and it'll start at midnight Eastern Standard Time every Monday. Then the last component, I call this the upper room. You've got a little icon for your Blackboard course sites on the left hand side. Where it says sessions there, that's going to be part of what's called a cookie crumb. And what you can do is it'll essentially allow you to just click on that at just a backspace. So if you're in one of these components and you just want to go back one page, you can just click on whatever that is. And then obviously you have the name of the course, any messages that are sent to you, even an on-off button so you can log out of the course, and resources again, which is always sending you back to the help screen. So that's the class landing page, and you're going to spend the vast majority of your time on this page. Now when you go to the menu, you can see that you've got the course name. Then you've also got sessions, class overview, discussion forum, my information, some tools, a glossary, and of course the most important way that I have found to communicate with students, which is the grade book, My Grades. And again, the student user guide, which will have information about how to use the course, how to get help, etc. Regardless of any of these tools, if you run into problems, please, please, please send me an email. That's my preferred way to communicate. And I will get back to you very quickly. Even when I'm on the road, I'm always available to email, and I will give you as much help as you need to get through that. As you can see in the sessions menu, each one of those sessions is kind of focused on what is called a file. And so as you go through this, you can see that within each session you have things to do. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But one of the things you can see here on the sessions menu is on the the left-hand side, you've got icons. And probably the two most important ones that you're going to look at are going to be this one with the 3 pages, which is this special icon for the discussion forum, and another block with a book open, which is your assignments icon. And it's essentially you're going to be, what you do is click on the dotted underlined words there. In this case it says click for session 1, and as soon as you click on that, it will take you directly to the discussion forum in this case, and there's your instructions. Post your thoughts on your initial feelings of the relationship, blah blah blah, and you'll fill that in, and I'll have a page for you in a minute to show you what the discussion forum looks like. So you do that and it'll take you right into the discussion forum. Your other option, of course, is to, in your left up menu block, you can also click on discussion forums, but you'll have to drill down a bit more. So that's the discussion forum, and then of course obviously you have the assignment forum, which is going to be where you go to not only get the context and instructions for the assignment, but to incorporate the submission of your work to the assignment. So what we're going to do now is just take a look at what happens when you click into the assignment instructions. You've got a bunch of information: when it's due, how many points it's worth. We have a rubric, which is a set of criterion that I will use to evaluate your work, some specific instructions about how to format the pages, etc., etc., some detailed instructions about how to complete that assignment, and some actually some help about even where to go into your text. In addition to that, you're going to find that you have this is a completed assignment. So when you attach, if you'd opt to attach a document that you've made up on some kind of word processing software, you can attach it here, and if it's attached, you will see that it's there. But essentially what we're going to do is go through the whole 2 options that you have to submit your work in an assignment. One is to write an assignment right online within the assignments block, and you won't even have to upload any files. And the second one is, and this is how I often do it, is I'll take the assignment, I'll open up some kind of word processing document. I'm an Apple person, so I open up my Pages file, I'll write the assignment, I'll save it to some place that I know where it is. Usually it's on my desktop, and I'll move it around later. And then when I'm ready to submit it, all I do is click on Browse My Computer, and obviously you've all done this many times before. It'll take you to a page. When you click Submit, this is obviously when you're done. But when you click on Browse My Computer, it'll take you to that magic page that has all the files on it. This is just a quick example of the rubric. These are works in progress, and I will be updating these as we go along, but this is kind of giving you a good indication of upon what criteria your work will be graded. So if you opt to do a text submission, you can just start typing away. You can also cut and paste. On my Mac, it's Command C and Command V to import your text into the document. And as you can see on the upper line here, you have a set of rudimentary text editing tools. You can boldface, you can italicize, you can underline, you can choose your type fonts, your size, the colors, you can do bulleted items, you can check spelling, and you can actually put a link in as well. And that will give you, I mean, I'm going to look at spelling, but more importantly, I'm going to look at content. But spell check is a good thing. Now, obviously, you can attach a file and browse on your computer for that file, as we just discussed earlier. And you will also have, if I've given you a certain amount of words to incorporate, it'll tell you, calculate as you go along where the words are. And you have some other tools about full screen and how to make the area in which you're working a little bit bigger. You can also see next to the words at the bottom there's a little 3-line thing, and you can click and drag that to make the box bigger for you to work on importing your content. So that's how you plug that in. And again, if you opt to attach a file, you just click Browse My Computer, and it will automatically open up your Finder browser area, and you highlight the file that you want to enter, and then you click Choose. Now, obviously, again, this is on my Mac. There'll be an equivalent thing on your IBM PC operating system if that's what you use. You click on the Choose, and it will go back to the other file, and you can see that our file is attached there. There's one final thing that you need to do, and that is obviously submit the assignment to the system. Submit is so important, they actually used it twice. It's at the top and it's at the bottom. When you click on that, your assignment is submitted, and then you will also be able to do some quality control and go back, and you can actually click on the assignment that you attached or review what you've done. I always recommend that you, especially if you need a little bit of help with your grammar and your context, and I always like to have a beginning, a middle, and an end from the student submitted. Have somebody else look at it. That's another advantage to having you do it in a word processing document. Send it to somebody, have them edit it, and send that through. Our discussion forum is fairly simple. When you click on the discussion forum in the sessions, you will be sent directly to the discussion forum. All of our activities start with what's called the forum, and then there's a thread. I set up the thread. You click on that. There's probably going to be some restating of what the assignment is, and once you do that, you will have the opportunity to just type in your answer, put in links. One of the fun things we do is I give you an assignment to go out and surf on the web and find something that embellishes class format. So you can either put a link in there, or you can find an article and put that in. Citations are important, so make sure you put that in as well. And of course, you will have your submit button again. And I cannot emphasize enough, this is like one of the great stumbling blocks of students, is they try to put stuff together and they forget to hit the submit button, and of course it stays in the ether somewhere and never makes it to the course. So as we finish up here, I just wanted to recap about what we've done today. We've talked about how to register from your email. We've talked about how to navigate inside the site and talked about the left menu choices and the session items. And then we talked quickly about submitting assignments and discussion posts. Once you get through the first two sessions, everything should be really, really cool. And as you're probably aware, I'll be also sending you a hard copy or an attachment copy of our syllabus. The one that is on the class overview is going to be fairly updated. The most important and most current assignments that you will have will be in the sessions component. So we talked about all those things, and I wanted to just give a couple more notes here. You can't break this machine, so just click everywhere. Anytime your cursor changes shape, that means that there's something underneath that you can go look at and see what the answers or questions might be, or what other information is available. Certainly use the built-in help system. But send me an email if you get stuck, and that again is roemmelt@verizon.net. Click submit to turn in your work. I cannot emphasize this enough. I've had multiple students say, well, I turned it in, I don't know what happened. And what happened was they never clicked submit. They've actually done the work, but they did not submit it. So the submit button is, I don't know, did I tell you that it's important? One more thing is, don't wait until 11:30 on Monday night to do your work, because it's too late. You're not going to have enough time to prepare what you need to do. Sometimes there's readings associated with a particular assignment. Stuff happens. Computers break. Something happens with your family, or something happens at work. Try to get ahead of the curve and make sure that you've got your stuff done early. I'm pretty good about asking for extensions. I understand the whole concept of being an adult learner, and if you need an extension for some life situation, ask for it. It will be granted to you. We will have some pretty hard criteria in terms of you've got to tell me what's going on, and you've got to tell me when you're going to submit it. And that choice will obviously have consequences as well. But if you ask for an extension 3 minutes before your work is due, well, you can figure out what's going to happen with that. I do have some non-negotiable issues, and one of the things that I often talk to folks about is when they ask what are some of the most important things about being a boss or being a supervisor, I always say that you have to go through the process, and you will be going through it here in this class, of what's negotiable and what's not negotiable. If you identify what those things are, and you clearly communicate them and are unequivocal on making sure that people know that they're making choices about what's negotiable and what's not negotiable, then your life is going to be a lot easier. In this class, my non-negotiable issues are twofold. One, I relate all the way back to my friend Alan Brunacini, from former chief in Phoenix, who had this mission statement, which was be nice, survive, and prevent harm. You will be nice, you will survive, and you will prevent harm, not only to yourself, but to your fellow students. And the other non-negotiable issue is, as you're going through this course, learn, grow, and lead. The other thing I wanted to leave you with at the end is one of the most inspirational things in my life, which is Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. And you can read through this. I'm going to leave it up here so you can read through it. But I'm always hearken back to the last paragraph that says, I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Many of you know many people in your organizations that have taken the easy path, taken the well-worn path, and, well, you know what the results are. So let's make this a great class. Let's make this a wonderful experience. I put a lot of work into this thing, and I think the results are going to be very, very positive for you. And I know it's certainly a joy for me too. So let's end with those 3 magic words: learn, grow, and lead. See you online.